Now take it how you want to take it, but I likes mine with a grain of salt, just a pinch, not enough to melt a snail, just a grain. But according to Whack 100, Kendrick Lamar bought Kanye's music catalog off of Jay Z. This video coming to us from Rap Showroom. I leave the link in the description. Y'all know how we do it. We get right into it. But if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and let's go.
During a members-only live stream with Adam 22 on No Jumper's YouTube channel on April 26th, 2025, Whack made a shocking claim that could alter our perception of ownership, influence, and legacy in hip-hop. He suggested that Jay-Z is reportedly contemplating selling a portion of Kanye West's music catalog, with Kendrick Lamar as the potential buyer. This revelation is not just a minor...
Now hold up. This is already misleading, and I don't want y'all to think that I misled you. But the title of the video says Kendrick Lamar buys Kanye music. They didn't say potentially buy. No, but we already done made it this far. Let's go and check it out.
It represents a major upheaval that could resonate throughout the industry and among fans. The hip-hop community reacted immediately, with social media buzzing and speculation running rampant. Whack 100 was clear and assertive in his statements, indicating that Kanye might already be aware of this situation and is likely displeased. Hello everyone, welcome to Celebrity Rap Showroom. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment your thoughts about the video. I hope to see you in our next showroom. I believe the fact that he may have heard that Jay-Z is considering selling Kendrick part of his old catalog.
And this would obviously explain the reason why Kanye all of a sudden got smoked for Kendrick. When Kendrick and Drake was going at it around this time last year, Kanye was on Kendrick's side. Matter of fact, he even jumped in, tried to insert himself in the beef by dissing Drake a few times. But now, a year later, all of a sudden he's anti-Kendrick. And it seemed like it's out of left field to us, but maybe this is the reason why.
Might have upset him, Whack stated confidently. He implied that Jay-Z holds a stake in Kanye's catalog, and that Kendrick is not merely a possibility, but is actively looking to make a purchase. Kendrick's in the market for buying part of Kanye's catalog, Whack continued, effectively launching the rumor. Unlike many typical gossip stories in hip-hop, this one comes with substantial implications and history. It's important to remember that we're discussing Kanye West, the artist who has publicly fought for ownership of his masters, even sharing parts of his Universal contract on Twitter. He has tirelessly worked to maintain control over his legacy. Now, it appears that his former collaborator turned rival Jay-Z might be negotiating to sell a piece of that legacy to Kendrick Lamar, who is currently enjoying significant success. However, the situation is complicated. Whack 100 claims that Jay-Z owns part of Kanye's catalog, but the accuracy of that claim is questionable. Historically, Kanye's early albums, such as the College Dropout Asterisk and Graduation, were released under Rockefeller Records, which was later sold to Def Jam. This means that Def Jam or Universal would have control over those masters, not necessarily Jay-Z. Unless Jay retained some ownership during that transition, the idea that he could sell parts of Kanye's catalog seems dubious. Additionally, Kanye is believed to have regained control over his later works. From Yeezus 2013 onward, he is thought to own his masters. This suggests that any portion of the catalog Jay-Z might sell, if he indeed has the rights, would be limited and possibly symbolic. However, symbolic ownership in hip-hop still carries significant weight, especially when it involves Jay-Z and could end up in Kendrick's hands. Fans are divided on the issue. Some think this is typical of Whack 100, making outrageous statements to gain attention and stir controversy.
Now, that could be very possibly true. That could be real true, because Whack 100 always... I wish we could go back and revisit all the many claims that Whack 100 have made over the years. Because there have been a lot of them, and there's been a lot of them that he has turned around and said, I didn't say that. But nobody ever pulled the tape up on him, you know? Somebody need to pull out the tape and be like, bro, you said that. Whatever it's worth, you said it.
Others believe there's some truth to his claims, questioning why Wack, who often has insider knowledge, would make such comments publicly unless there was something significant happening. The key question isn't just whether Kendrick is acquiring Kanye's catalog, but why Kendrick would even want it. Kendrick Lamar has been strategically positioning himself lately, aiming to be seen not just as a rapper, but as a mogul and cultural curator. Acquiring a piece of Kanye's iconic discography would be a bold move, signaling a significant shift in the dynamics of hip-hop generations. Kanye has connected the old school and new school, and Kendrick could be the one to take ownership of that legacy. This situation doesn't exist in isolation. Kanye has been vocal recently, notably in a March 2025 interview, where he questioned, "How much money do you think Jay-Z makes off my catalog compared to what I make?" He's clearly still grappling with ownership issues. If he learns about this potential deal, his reaction would likely be intense and understandable. The timing of these developments seems too coincidental. Kanye has been subtly and overtly targeting both Jay-Z and Kendrick. This situation transcends music. It involves control, influence, and legacy.
You know, speaking on what Kanye said, I don't care if it's 25%, Jay making 25%. You know, you can't go broke making a profit. And you probably wouldn't even be talking about it if you wasn't feeling some type of way about it, which I would be. Shit, I want all the bread I can get. Some of them songs classic. Through the Wire, All Falls Down, Jesus Walks. All of that was before 2013. So them songs gonna come back around. They gonna come back around. Movie soundtracks, you never know. Down the line, you never know. TV commercials.
Wack's remark, "I think he might have got wind of that," suggests this could be part of a larger, more complicated power struggle. Wack also offered what seemed like a backhanded compliment, saying, "Kendrick might just take Jay-Z up on that deal, bro. That's a W." He has a point. Regardless of the truth, the mere possibility of Kendrick owning part of Kanye's catalog would be a significant win from a business perspective. But does that make it a betrayal? Is it opportunistic? Is it ethical? So far, both Jay-Z and Kendrick have not commented. No statements, tweets, or denials have emerged, and that silence speaks volumes. Meanwhile, fans are...
The silence from Kanye speaks volumes. The silence from Jay-Z is pretty much what we used to. So many rumors, man. Let them talk. You know, I'm kind of with Jay. If I were a celebrity, I probably would be the same way. I wouldn't respond to hardly nothing. All publicity is good publicity. Let them talk, man. Especially if shit ain't true. If it is true, hell, I don't give a damn. But let's get back into it.
Are trying to distinguish between fact and fiction. A well-known radio host recently asserted that Jay doesn't own Kanye's catalog. However, in hip-hop, perception often holds more weight than reality. If this rumor turns out to be true, it would be one of the boldest moves in recent hip-hop history, pitting three of the genre's most influential figures against each other in a high-stakes game. Jay-Z would be the strategist, Kendrick the potential buyer, and Kanye the frustrated creator watching his legacy shift into someone else's hands. Regardless of whether this deal materializes, it's clear that the discussion around ownership in hip-hop is far from finished. If Wack 100 is even partially correct, we could be witnessing a new chapter in the ongoing struggle for power, respect, and control in the music industry, where catalogs are not merely collections of songs, but powerful assets. And right now, everyone seems to be gearing up for battle. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation.
Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts. Until I see something happen, I go back to what I said in the beginning. I like to take my Wack 100 with just a tinge of salt. Y'all know what I mean. Wack 100 is a shock jock. Him and Charleston White both, they just say shit, whatever, you know. It worked, though. I ain't knocking it because it worked. They make up shit, they say shit, and we talk about it, and it keeps them relevant, and they find a way to make money off of it. Whether it's being on YouTube, podcast, and whatever. So, the shit work for them. What y'all think about this, though? You think K. Dot would actually buy Kanye stuff? Pause. Do you think K. Dot would actually buy Kanye's catalog if he had the opportunity? What would you do if you had the opportunity? Leave me a comment. If you made it this far, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.